There's nothing more satisfying than whipping up a new recipe in a clean, neat kitchen. But sadly, ours never stays that way for more than a day or two before it's back to cluttered countertops and a sink full of dishes. So you could say we're in need of some advice on how to properly organize the kitchen, and keep it that way. Which is why we turned to Rhea Safford, celebrity organizer and founder of Reorganize. The highly anticipated The Last of Us Part 2 has arrived and players are now able to continue Joel and Ellie's journey. As with any games, a lot of players are wondering how long The Last of Us Part 2 will take to beat. Here, 9 kitchen organization hacks she recommends that'll have your space looking tidier in no time. 1. In this guide, we will take a look at how many chapters are in the game, as well as how long it will take to play through. How long does it take to beat The Last of Us Part 2? The Last of Us Part 2 will take between 20 to 25 hours to beat, depending on your style of play. For those that like to focus on the main story, it will take closer to 20 hours to play through, and for those that like to do side missions and hunt down collectibles, it'll take closer to 25 hours to beat. Store your knives and other non-essentials in a drawer. Figure out what doesn't have to live on the counter, says Safford. Further, the main story is divided up into 46 chapters that span over 11 in-game days. This will help free up counter space and create a more minimal look. For example, instead of keeping your knives in a bulky knife block, store them in a drawer using a tray like the one pictured above. There will also be a plethora of optional side quests and collectibles for players to enjoy. It's also worth mentioning that there will be some cutscenes and side missions that players won't be able to access during their first playthrough. So if you're wanting to 100% the game, it'll likely take more than 25 hours to beat. The same goes for toasters, blenders and coffee makers. Stick them in a lower cabinet if it feels like they're taking up too much prime real estate on your counters. Get the look. Joseph knife block $10, Zule knife organizer $22, Wusthof knife tray $50 too. Maximize vertical space in your cabinets with helper shelves. Feel like your mugs, glasses and bowls always look cramped in your cabinets? Or are they haphazardly stacked, just moments away from total disaster? Try adding some helper shelves. You can see them used here, if you zoom in on the mugs and stemless wine glasses. Thankfully, there is a new Game Plus mode in The Last of Us Part 2, and players will be able to go back and play specific chapters as needed. The Last of Us Part 2 will tell the story of a more grown-up version of Ellie as she and Joel must continue to try and survive. It will not have a multiplayer mode like the original, but Naughty Dog has indicated that it is working on a separate project that will include some type of multiplayer play. They allow you to use the empty vertical space between shelves so that your items have more breathing room, says Safford. Get the look. The Container Store Shelf $7, Home Basics Shelf $8, the Container Store Shelf $11 $3. Turn your junk drawer into an essentials drawer. Over the years, we've learned that even the neatest people have a junk drawer. It's just a fact of life. But rather than being embarrassed about it, Safford recommends transforming it into an essentials drawer with bins to separate your miscellaneous items. Additionally, if you purchased a digital copy of the game, it is currently available for preload on your PlayStation 4. For more on The Last of Us Part 2, be sure to check out our review. Plus, it sounds much fancier that way. Finally, you'll be able to locate a single rubber band when you actually really need it. Get the look. The Container Store Drawer Insert $6, the Container Store Drawer Insert $6, Story Drawer Organizers $16 4. In it, we said, overall, while The Last of Us Part 2 did fall short in several key ways in relation to its predecessor, this is a game that is stunning and will absolutely cement itself as one of those tales that will always keep a special place in the hearts of gamers for a long time after its launch. Be sure to check back to our homepage in the coming days for lots of great The Last of Us Part 2 guides. In the meantime, we've got tons of other articles on our site that will keep you busy. Below, you'll find links to some of our recent coverage. Are you looking forward to The Last of Us Part 2? How long do you think it will take you to beat? Head on over to our Twitter or Facebook page and let us know. Use wine organizers to store water bottles. Do you have approximately 25 plastic water bottles cluttering a corner cabinet? Join the club. Instead of creating a precarious pile out of them, Safford recommends storing them in a cabinet using stackable wine holders.
It's a better use of space, and looks a lot prettier, too. Get the look. iDesign Wine Holder $7, Eucopia Water Bottle Organizer $20, mDesign Pack of 2 Water Bottle Organizers $26 5. Set up a spice drawer rather than relegating your spices to a cabinet or shelf, where half of them are buried so far back that you forget they're even there. Arrange them face up in a drawer. You'll be able to see everything you have, so you don't end up with 4 bottles of cumin again. Get the look. iDesign in Drawer Spice Rack, $10, Eucopia Spice Liner, $15, The Container Store Spice Organizer, $20, 6. Get creative with drawer dividers. Okay, so drawer dividers aren't exactly a groundbreaking hack, but the way Safford uses them is pretty unique. She recommends grouping items by how often you use them, and placing them strategically. In this case, that means putting the most used kitchen utensils closest to the stove. The drawers above actually came with built-in organizers, but you can put in your own drawer dividers to recreate this setup. Genius. Get the look. The Container Store set of 2 drawer organizers, $16. The Container Store Kitchen Drawer Starter Kit, $32. Dynamic Gear Drawer Organizer, $40, 7. Store snacks in stackable, open-face bins. Safford recommends storing your kids' snacks in stackable, open-face bins and putting them on a low shelf, so they can actually reach. That way, they'll be able to see all of their options and grab something whenever they're hungry. Hurrah, you'll never have to rattle off the list of available snacks again. Get the look. iDesign Stackable Bin, $10, Story Set of 8 Stackable Bins, $20, mDesign Set of 4 Stackable Bins, $36, 8. Add clear bins to your fridge and freezer. We've discovered spoiled food in the back of our fridge more times than we'd like to admit. Okay, it happens weekly. But Safford's method of grouping everything into clear bins should make that a thing of the past. If you're able to see everything you have, you're more likely to use ingredients you already have, or throw them out if they're not looking so hot. Get the look. The Home Edit Fridge Drawer, $20, Fuyu Refrigerator Bins, $22, Homeries Set of 4 Fridge Bins, $24, 9. Ditch boxes in favor of clear containers. Instead of playing Tetris with your pasta, cereal and snack boxes, transfer everything in your pantry into clear containers. It'll save room and make it way easier to see when you're running low on Cheerios. Group the bins by food type, and add labels to make things even more organized. Get the look. OXO Canister, $6, V-Top Mart Set of 6 Storage Containers, $26, Rubbermaid Set of 10 Storage Containers, $45.